start streaming? Are you checking the thing? Should I?
I'll take a look.
Oh, I forgot to get my notes up. Here we go. Use my... Yep, there I am. Oh.
Perfect.
Is it actually streaming? I hope.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Welcome to BOTRBAMG.
BOTRBAMG. For May 2018.
There you go. Yeah. Episode 4? 3. I should know. I just did the thing.
Well, I mean, it is from May.
Well,
It
yeah.
should be episode 5, but we did combine.
Yeah, we screwed up. Well, I screwed up. We did 2 and 1. But, yeah. Albums were Mother Love Bone, Dream Theater, Eminem, The Network, and a bonus one that we didn't say because I didn't realize there were so many weeks. Etta James was the last one.
Yes.
But, yeah, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Let's
Let's get it done.
Mother Love Bone.
Mother Love Bone, band
Apple.
from Seattle, featuring Andy... What's his name?
Wood, right? And
Andy Wood on
Andy
vocals, featuring several future members of Pearl Jam. You know, Andy Wood died before they became big. There you go. That's the setup. Mother Love Bone.
basically. Yeah. I had heard way more of this album than I thought. Turns out. I recognize, like, not every song, but I'd say over half of them I had definitely heard a few times before.
Yeah, I didn't think that I'd ever listened to this album.
Yeah, me too, but apparently I have.
Maybe I had?
Yeah, I was surprised at how much of the album... I mean, I knew some of it had been on soundtracks and, like, in other stuff.
Yeah, and I'm sure just growing up where we grew up, we probably just heard it on the radio and as well.
That's true,
But,
yeah, I'd not thought about that, yeah. But,
I liked it. I liked almost every track.
Yeah, me
there
too.
were some that were just kind of so-so. But the first song, This Is Shangri-La, I've listened to that over and over since listening to this album.
yeah,
It's so good.
it's a good song. It's
That
definitely...
is my favorite song from the album. I'll just say that already.
Yeah, that was not my favorite, but yeah, it's definitely up there. I've definitely heard it a ton of times. But, yeah, it was, yeah. I mean, it brought me back to junior high, basically.
Sure.
This is exactly what I was listening to in junior high, so. But, yeah, it reminded me a lot of Guns N' Roses. I was kind of surprised at that.
Yeah, I wasn't really surprised at that. I felt like that's the same era, you know. That's the style. It was way less, let's say, grunge than you might have expected. I thought that this was the first grunge album, but it wasn't this. It was the Green River album.
Yeah, I was going to say Green River is very grunge, which I mean, it has a bunch of the same people in it.
Yep, I confused those two albums. But I did listen to that album also.
It also there's one song, I can't remember the name of it now. I didn't write it down, but it sounded so much like Soundgarden.
Was it Hearshine?
Yeah, I don't remember. I didn't write it down, but it sounds like the bass line of a Soundgarden song is very similar.
My notes, Stargazer, I had a note, I'm pretty sure he's saying cry for me and rub it in, but it sounds like he's saying crap on me and rub it in. So every time I heard that, it was just crap on me and rub it in. I was like, no. It's so bad. The guitar work at the beginning of Hearshine was great, and also a lot of the vocals to me sounded not like Axl, but it sounded very Led Zeppelin to me. Very Robert Plant vocals.
Definitely, I can hear. I heard some of that.
But that was all the notes I had.
Yeah, I guess we should talk about the vocals. I didn't really like the vocals all that much.
No, it's definitely the weakest part of the band.
Yeah.
But that's the style. That's not my style of singing. That's not my style of, so.
I don't like it when bands call out the name of their band in one of their songs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in like I think it's in. Is it in the first song? It's the first or second song. He says something about being Mother Love Bone or whatever. And that's just I don't know. I think it's cheesy when bands call out their band name. But
what if a band is named after a song? Like if they had a different name and then they came up with a song. For example, Green Day. Green Day was Sweet Children until they made a song called Green Day.
Yeah.
And then changed their name to Green Day.
Yeah, but since they've been Green Day, have they talked about Green Day in their songs?
We are Green Day. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah. Exactly.
Maybe not.
But yeah, I like the guitars in this. I mean, they sound like Pearl Jam a lot, of course.
Weird.
Yeah. My favorite song was Stardog Champion.
I thought I did not like that phrase. I thought it was ridiculous.
Yes, I don't understand the song at all. I didn't pay attention. I think it's a lot of the songs have kind of ridiculous lyrics. When I was kind of paying attention to some of them, but yeah, Stardog Champion I think is a terrible name for a song, but the song itself I liked. So yeah, that's...
I will say this is Shangri-La is my favorite. All right.
Yeah.
Done.
Sweet. Yeah. Oh, also this one I think is probably the best cover of the month.
Are you talking about the actual Apple cover or the Mother Love Bone album cover?
The Apple one, the one with an apple.
Okay.
Because I don't know. I didn't pick one last month, but I didn't like any of the covers last month. And I almost didn't pick one this month because I don't think any of them are very good, but why not? I do think this one's all right.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of... Yeah, you're probably right. Although I think the Etta James one is not a bad cover either.
Yeah, it's okay.
But I think other than that, yeah, you're probably right.
All right, next up is Dream Theater.
Yep.
Images and Words.
Mm-hmm. Very descriptive.
Yeah. I didn't really know much about Dream Theater.
I knew nothing.
I knew, a little bit about them. I knew the drummer, Mike Partnoy, whatever, something like that.
Partman?
I knew the drummer, and I knew they were all they're all, went to music school, all very proficient at their instruments or whatever. But, yeah. And I also, the reason that I put this in the list.
Your audio is bad all of a sudden.
Oh, really?
Hopefully it's not affecting your end, but
yeah,
it's ridiculous over here.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, go ahead.
Well, yeah, also they often get lumped in with Tool as a prog metal band. Many times.
Just like Rush.
Yeah, yes. If I've often, I say I like Tool, and people will say, oh, do you like Dream Theater? Oh, do you like Rush? That's those are usually the other two, prog metal bands. And I don't really know why either of those two get mentioned with Tool, because they don't sound similar at all.
Nope. And I'll say I don't like Dream Theater or Rush. But I do like Tool very much. I'm okay with
Rush. I did not like this very much. I thought it was...
no.
Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't
for me,
the
album was a bunch of really talented musicians playing really well, but not playing together in any way. It just felt like each person was really good at their instrument, but the song was just blah the whole time. It's like, oh, that's a really great drum thing. That's a really great bass line. That's a really great guitar, and none of it meshed for me at all. It's just kind of like, meh.
Yeah, there are
Basically,
definitely songs on this album that were just like, yeah, it sounds like everyone's just doing their own thing right now.
Yep.
Like, yeah, I don't, and like, there's so many ballads that are not fun to listen to at all.
Uh-huh.
Man, yeah, that really surprised me. I thought they were a metal band. Like, they're barely a metal band to me.
Yeah.
Like I was really surprised at how many ballads there were. And yeah, I wasn't into this guy's singing either.
Nope.
Not really my thing. It reminded me of Queensryche a bit.
Yeah.
Like a way more technical Queensryche.
Here's my problem. After Mother Love Bone this month, I didn't pick a single favorite song off of any of the albums.
Oh yeah.
Eminem, I know what my favorite song is already.
I was gonna say, I think you, yeah.
But the other 4 albums, I don't have a favorite song, so I will just say the name of a track. So my favorite song from Dream Theater, Images and Word. Also, I don't really like any of the other albums that much.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say Images and Words, my favorite song was Surrounded.
Okay, don't know which one is that, but that's all right. Yeah, I don't have a ton to say about this. I do think there's a chance that if I had heard this in, I think it was like 92 or 93 that this came out.
92.
I think if I had heard it then, I might have liked it. Because at that time, I liked Queensryche a lot, and this is like a more, not aggressive, but more technical, like, Queensryche to me. So there's a very good chance I may have liked this and been more of a Dream Theater fan if I had heard it before 2018.
There's very little chance I would have liked it because I never liked Queensryche either. Mm. And I don't now still.
So yeah, so I asked you to listen to Mindcrime, Queensryche, Operation Mindcrime.
Uh-huh. Oh wait, that wasn't one of the albums of the month?
No.
Oh, okay, I
asked you to listen to it because of this album. Because I wanted to know.
I did.
What? So,
I did listen to it.
Yeah, so which is worse?
Definitely Queensryche. Oh yeah.
So yeah, I really liked Queensryche, and I listened to that again recently. I don't remember all of the like in between songs, like talking and like. I had forgotten all of that.
So my only note about this album, and I totally had forgotten that you just mentioned, hey, well, listen to this also. My note is, what are these lyrics? They're like the lyrics of a 90s movie band that's just like the backstory to something else. It's just like a band that they made up for a movie. It was so bad. All of it. It was ridiculous. It's like... Oh, yeah. It was awful. Yeah. Anyway. It was awful.
Yeah, I liked Queensryche. But yeah, I was really surprised when I listened to it again. I was like, man, I liked this. This is so... That's not what I like anymore. Weird. But yeah, my favorite track was Metropolis Part 1.
Alright. What happened to Part 2? There is no Part 2.
There is no... Well, I think there's an entire album called Metropolis Part 2.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
Alright.
But, yeah. So, yeah. And I don't like the cover of this album. I think it's lame.
Yep. I agree. Hold on. Do I still sound okay to you over there?
Yeah, you sound fine. Do I still sound messed up?
Oh, yeah. You sound real whacked. Huh. But don't worry, as long as I sound fine.
Yeah, well, I hope the stream sounds okay. We'll find out. All right, next up is Eminem.
Eminem, Recovery. Go ahead.
It's an Eminem album. It's exactly what I expected.
I don't headphone jack.
I had only heard that one song with Lil Jon on it beforehand. Lil Wayne, whoever. Lil Jon. Yep. Yeah.
What? Okay.
Yeah, so that's the only track I'd heard before. But yeah, I don't know. It was fine. I'm not a huge Eminem fan. I don't really like when Eminem sings or does the like singing, whatever. I don't even. It's barely singing, but I'm not a fan of that stuff when he does that.
Sure.
And there wasn't so much of it on this album, but there was some. And yeah. But yeah, when he's just rapping, it's good. The lyrics are still really good. I don't know why he calls out Michael J. Fox twice in like the first two songs. Was he like in some kind of beef with him or something? Like it was weird.
No, it's the what's it? Not Tourette's.
Yeah.
Parkinson's.
Parkinson's, yeah.
Shake it like Michael J. Fox or something. Yeah. He's used that before, I think.
Oh, has he?
Anyway. Yeah, probably. I mean, he always calls out celebrities. Michael Jackson, whatever.
I guess that's true.
Fred Durst.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's one of his things. I still think Eminem is one of the most clever lyricists.
Mm-hmm.
And when I told you to listen to that Royce da 5'9" album, his verse on Caterpillar is amazing. It's not. Good. I don't think he's the best rapper, but I think he's one of the, if not the most clever lyricist.
Yes, he's very
and
good.
That whole thing, start to finish, like all of the double entendres and everything that he puts, every single line is like just huge.
Yep.
Every word is huge. Mm-hmm. And on this album, I thought, there's some good songs. Sure. This was the first album I'd listened to since his second, the Marshall Mathers LP, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
His second big one. And so I had fallen off. And the only reason I listened to this one was, I think, it was when we went to the U.S. the last time.
Uh-huh.
Not we, but me and my family. And like some of the songs were on the radio or whatever. I think that Rihanna song was on the radio. And so that's where I ended up hearing it. And I didn't listen to anything really after this album, but I liked this enough. Mm-hmm. So I thought this album was pretty good. I think it's quite low in like Metacritic or whatever compared to other ones, like the Marshall Mathers LP2. I think is probably considered much better.
Huh.
But I don't know. I like this.
Yeah, there were only a couple of tracks that I didn't really like and started like skipping pretty quickly. But yeah, I liked it.
My favorite song is the No Love song, just because his verse is so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew you were going to pick that one, so I did not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised how personal a lot of the songs are. Like talking about him. I mean, he always talks about himself in songs on his albums, but this one seems more personal than I remember him getting. But yeah, it was good. This could be totally wrong. I have no idea. But hasn't he used the melody from that White Trash Party in another song? Like the hook part? I can't remember even how it goes now. But it just, when I heard it, I was like, God, this sounds like, I feel like he's used this exact melody in a different song. But I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, my favorite song was On Fire. It's not a great song, but the two... I like the part in the middle where he talks about... I put in that stupid hook in the middle, so it sounds like it's like I don't remember what he says, but something about putting that bullshit hook in the middle.
Hook between two long ass verses or something.
Yeah. I was like, that is exactly what I was thinking when he said it. I was just like, this is.
I'm on fire.
Yeah, like I don't think it's like a great song, but yeah, there's quite a bit that I did like in that one. And I knew.
I'm a big fan of, like, I think that's a good point though. Like, there's a lot of good with a lot of bad on this album. Like the I'm on fire, I don't think is good.
No,
but the song, and the Cinderella Man, I really like that song, except the Cinderella Man part.
Yes, yeah.
Like I like the beat of it and like how it's such a stadium anthem style song, but like Cinderella Man, just pick any other fucking 4-syllable phrase and it would have been better.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think there's any like one song that was like, yeah, this is a good song start to finish to me.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like parts like, oh yeah, this is a good part of the song, this is a good verse, but yeah.
Mm.
But yeah.
There you go.
Eminem.
Next.
Yeah, next up is
the Network Money 2020, which I always thought was 2020.
Me too. Or not always. I had not heard of this group until right before we did this.
But have you heard of this group, Mike?
I have now.
Who is this group? Supposedly.
So yeah, I did not know anything about them, and so like new bands like Russian Red or whatever. Like I don't look up anything about them. I just listen. Usually the first couple of days, and then maybe I'll look something up later. But yeah, so if it's something I don't know, I try not to. I try to go in as blind as possible. But like my first couple notes are like, this sounds like Green Day.
Weird.
I was like, this is like Green Day and like the Cars. What is this?
Yeah. Yep.
And then after a day or two, I looked them up. I'm like, oh. It sounds like Green Day because it is Green Day. Okay.
It is very much Green Day.
Because, there's, one song that I was like, this is exactly how Green Day sounds. What is going on?
Yeah, it's not the first, though. The first song is very not. But I think, it's, the second or third song, fourth song.
Yeah.
It's, just a Green Day song.
Yeah. Well, it just exactly sounds like Billy Joe. It's just exactly what he always sounds like. But and then later in the album, I forget, one of the last couple songs is, just everything in the song just sounds like Green Day.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Green Day's okay. I'm not a huge fan of them, but yeah.
Yeah, I had never listened to this album. I think I'd heard a song or two off of it, but I'd never actually listened to the album. But I was interested because this is a genre of music that I really dislike. The whole '80s new wave.
Yeah, new wave stuff. Yeah, I'm not a big fan either.
Not my thing at all. So I thought this was okay, only because it was that genre, but it had a comedic twist to it that I thought worked in most situations.
Sure. Yeah.
So I thought this was okay.
I mean, I guess if you're into new wave, I guess it's cool that there's new wave being made. I don't know.
Sure.
But yeah,
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not into new wave. This did not change my mind. I'm still not into it.
Oh no, I'm not into it. But I thought adding that comedic twist to it made it at least palatable. My favorite song would probably be Supermodel Robots.
Supermodel Robots. All right. I don't remember exactly which one that is.
Yeah, when I looked at the track list now, I thought, I remember a song called Supermodel Robots. I remember listening to that. So that's the one I'm going to pick.
I liked Hungry Hungry Models. I thought that was just a goofy, fucking weird song.
No, I think that is the song I was thinking of.
It's such a weird song. I would still listen. That one I will probably listen to.
I think that's the one. When Supermodel Robots, Hungry Hungry Models. It's that
Hungry Models is just
to change mine too.
Yeah,
it is Hungry Models.
It's such a weird song.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. So did you listen to any of the associated acts?
With this one, no. I only listened to the Cars because in my notes I said this sounds like Green Day and the Cars, and then I realized like I don't know if that's true. I don't know 100% if I know what the Cars sound like. So I went and listened to some of the Cars, and yeah, it was what I thought. But I didn't listen to any of the other stuff. But yeah, I mean, in the other stuff is Green Day, Billy Joe Armstrong solo stuff. Like it's all clearly Green Day.
Well, I was curious because there's another band that is kind of similar. Is the Foxborough Hot Tubs, and I like that album, Stop, Drop, and Roll. But it's basically another Green Day album. But I was curious.
Is it Green Day in that band too?
I don't remember, but I don't think it's all of them.
Oh, okay.
But it is Billy Joel and some maybe Trey or maybe Mike. I forget. So I was curious if you had listened to that one because I thought I haven't listened to it for a long time, but I liked it when I heard it before.
No, I did not listen to that.
All right.
This whole month I did not listen to a lot of the related artists. Normally I do, but this time not so much.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Did I say? Oh yeah, it's Hungry Hungry Models. Goofy.
Yes. Which is good. Yep.
All right, and the last one, the bonus. Not bonus. Just forgot to say it last time. Etta James. Life, Love, and the Blues.
Yep.
This one was suggested by my dad. This is 1,000% exactly the kind of music my dad likes. He likes female blues vocalists. He likes blues guitar. The very first song is exactly all the things my dad likes. So I don't know why he chose this album.
Andrea Bocelli.
Yeah, he also listens to that. I don't know why he picked this one. Probably just as with the one that he had on his desk when I asked him or whatever. But it was okay. I like blues guitar. Not really into blues vocals, like he is, but yeah, I thought this was okay. I like other Etta James, like the older, like 60s, 70s that I've heard of hers. She sounds like an older lady on this, because she is. I think she was like 60 or something when she was singing these songs. But yeah.
I think she's probably older than that.
Well, because this was, I forget if this was from like 90 something, 97 maybe 98. Yeah, I forget. I looked it up because I was curious about what's the one song? Now I forgot the title of it. What's something gal? Hoochie Coochie Gal? Hoochie Coochie Girl? What's it?
Hoochie Gal.
Yeah.
Hoochie Coochie Gal.
Yeah, I was like, how old a lady is singing about being a Hoochie Coochie Gal?
Oh, she was exactly 60 when she recorded this.
Okay, yeah. I did look it up, and yeah, I thought it was 60. But the lyrics in this album hit like every blues thing. She complains about taxes. She talks about cheating. The only one she doesn't talk about is heavy drinking, but that's not surprising. She was a heroin addict, I think.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I don't know. I felt like a lot of it was really, I don't want to say cliched, but just like,
Oh no, you should say cliche.
just like down the middle, like just it's a blues album. I had a hard time picking a favorite song for this one.
Can I read my notes real quick? I just have 2, 3. My first note was, it feels pretty hollow.
Yeah.
It's like someone that drives a used Beamer and lives in a McMansion singing about the blues. There's no feeling on this album at all.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I hated this album.
Wow.
It made me so mad to listen to this because she is an amazing singer. And like you said, her first album, it's called, what is it? At Last. I was going to say, no, wait. I listened to that after this. And
At Last is fantastic.
It's so glorious. I've listened to it before, but my blood was boiling listening to this album. I was like, I've got to purify my soul because this is so bad. I hated this album.
Huh. Yeah.
It's so Paint by Numbers blues. I need a check. Just make my house payment. Blues album. It was awful. It is the opposite of what blues music should be to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can see that. I mean, I didn't hate it. I thought it was okay. I just felt like it was just a really standard, to me, just ho-hum blues album. I mean, she still has a pretty good voice. You know, she can still sing.
She did, yeah. Sure.
But, yeah.
I
was surprised that, like, I didn't look up for sure, but I want to say, like, at least half this album is not, like, new songs. She's just doing, like...
Yeah, it's
old,
either covers or...
Yeah, covers or, like, other just, you know, blues, like, standard type stuff. I was surprised by that.
The album starts with a cover. I thought that was really weird.
Yeah, the first song is a cover. I think the third one, too. Isn't that Here I Am?
Yes.
That was a cover, too. And, I mean, she does... You're talking about At Last. I'm pretty sure At Last has Spoonful. The other version of
Spoonful. It does. That's why... The better, superior version.
Yeah, far better version of Spoonful.
I did pick that as my favorite song on the album, only because the original is so good.
Yeah, I also, for almost the same reason, I picked that Spoonful as my favorite too. Just because, like, I guess it's kind of interesting to hear a different version of this. The other one's way better.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was, the only reason is that was the first time on the album I was like, okay, here's a song that I like. It's not a cover that's done poorly or, you know, whatever. This album was bad.
She also does the thing, I think I've talked about this before, maybe not on here, but I know I've talked about it, that I really don't like when band, like singer, singer person just lets the band just go through like a rhythm and just starts talking.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a big fan of that, and I think she does it twice on this album. Like the Life, Love, and the Blues is out. That's how it starts. The band is just like, you know, going through a progression, and she's just telling you how it is. I don't know. That always just feels, I don't know, fake to me.
Yeah. I can understand. I've never had a problem with it.
I don't like it.
I can totally understand why someone would.
Yeah, and the only other note I wanted to bring up was that I don't think ta-ta means thank you.
No, ta means thank you.
But yeah, like is it the second song? It's something about I wanna ta-ta you.
Ta-ta.
I wanna thank you or whatever.
Ta-ta you, baby.
I was like, doesn't ta-ta mean like goodbye?
Ta-ta, yes. Ta means thank you, but like like in Australia. And tatas means boobs.
Yeah, exactly.
But
but yeah. Etta James, yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna ask my dad. I'm curious why he picked this one, but I have a feeling it will be. Oh, it was on my desk when you asked. Whatever. Yep. Like, I don't know. But yeah.
You should go and listen to At Last, everybody, because that's
definitely
amazing.
Yeah, that first one. The second one is really good too. I forget the name of that one now. But it's also quite good. Yeah, go listen to At Last. That's good.
Hit me. Here we go. June. We're done with May.
June. Let's get that up there. All right. June. Oh, where'd my notes go? Here we go. Yeah, June's going to be a weird one. Here we go. The first week is going to be The Smiths.
Oh, cool.
The Queen is Dead.
I've never listened to The Smiths because I hate Robert Cure. What's his name?
Robert Cure. Yep, that's his name. I think you're meaning Morrissey.
No. Oh, wait, yeah. Wait, so there you go.
I think you're thinking of Morrissey, not Robert Cure.
I'm sure I'm going to dislike this album.
Yeah, this was recommended by a friend of mine here.
But I'm excited to listen to it. Recommended by who?
One of my friends here. That
okay.
He's into music that I'm not into. So.
Perfect.
Which is what I was looking for. Next week, the June 11th, is Marcy Playground, Leaving Wonderland in a Fit of Rage.
Sweet.
This is the one that's a problem. It's on Spotify, but it's not on Spotify. So, if I can't figure something out, maybe I'll move that one to the last week and move it up so I can try and figure something out for that one. But
I'm going to say don't worry about it.
For now, it's there.
I got you covered.
Cool. Next week, June 18th. Very, very creative title here. Duke Ellington and John Coltrane. Duke Ellington and John Coltrane.
How do you spell that?
Duke. Ellington. Cool. Ellington. Coltrane. Cool. Coltrane. Yeah, it's that one's on there. And the last.
What year was that released? Do you know?
I do not.
All right.
And the last week, we're going to be listening to Sponge, Wax Ecstatic.
Oh, wow. Have you ever listened to that album?
No.
Have you ever listened to any Sponge album? Well,
no. Okay. I've heard what was played on the radio when I was in junior high school.
All right. Yeah, Rotting Pinata. That was like Molly, 16 Candles Down the Drain. that was the big song, I think. And then there was maybe one other one off of Rotting Pinata. All right. I'm excited for June.
Yeah, June's weird. I guess they've all been kind of weird, but
2 of these are from me, yeah?
Yeah, I went back to 2 of these are from you, 2 of these are from my other list.
Cool. I'm excited there's no prog rock bands on this list.
No, I don't know that there are any more prog rock bands unless there's some on your list. I think.
Oh, doubt it.
I think Dream Theater was the only. I could be wrong. There are some other bands on here that I've never heard of on that other list. So.
Sure.
We'll see. So yeah, all right.
I'm going to get to downloading those on Spotify.
All right, cool. See you next month. All our
Sweet.
Viewers.
All our viewer.
All our viewer. All right.